So Smitty, where do you live?
I live in Richfield, Minnesota, right next to the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport.
All right. Craig, where do you live?
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Paul and Kelly, where are you guys?
Well, we're 2 hours out from Toronto.
Yeah.
In Ontario, Canada.
Nice. All right. Smitty, how long have you been in the industry?
I feel like if I answer that question, it ages me a little bit. Yeah. Well, like over 25 years. Yeah, for sure.
What have you enjoyed most about the industry?
The money.
Okay.
That's the honest part of me. The money's always been good. It's always been kind of guaranteed. This is the first time like it's ever been kind of questionable. Like whenever I've tried to, try something else, I always said, well, I can always fall back on the food service industry. And now it's just in shambles. And so it's crazy, but I do miss the customer interactions, like my regulars and stuff like that. Like I miss them too. So that's what I like about it.
How long were you in the industry, Craig?
I believe I was in the industry for about 16 years before I left to do what I enjoyed to do, which was technology. And the reason I enjoyed the industry was because I got to be creative as a chef. I got to create specials and in different high-end restaurants in different parts of the United States.
All right, Paul, how long have you been in the industry?
I think it was about 13 years actually in total. So again, I started off as a bartender. Like it was unbelievable, and worked my way up from that to being, into the nightclub business and actually working with, brand reps with Monster and Red Bull and doing hip hop DJs and managing a club. And I went back to actually bartending again. I became a craft bartender and just loved it. I had regulars, beautiful building in a place in Northern Ontario, and just had a great time. And then we had the opportunity, of course, with Life of a Server, and that's when we jumped on and we went traveling with technology. And Kelly and I, we make no surprises that we both work in the restaurant industry all the time. And that's what we built that app with, is by working in restaurants. Tips. Yeah, we hustle for tips.
For sure. All right, Kelly, how long have you been in the industry?
I'm about a lifer. Yeah. I'll date myself too, but I started really young, got out of college, and I went out west to a couple ski resorts, and I started waitressing, and I just loved it. It was actually at the time rated the most expensive place in Canada to live, and I was able to waitress seriously 3 to 4 shifts a week. It didn't even have to be full time.
That's awesome.
Breeze out, sell 1,800, $2,000, make my 250, and go skiing or snowboarding. It was amazing. I was, making more money than friends who were in other sectors of employment.
Right.
1 week off a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that with the flexibility that we have. I can't imagine being okay, you have 1 week off to enjoy your life, and then the rest you're doing 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. That sounds horrible, but people do it.
Shocking.
Well, the reality for us both working in the restaurant industry was that no one ever saw us at Christmas. We were always working. Yeah. Any holiday, we were working. Family expected it. We did our holidays earlier or later, even things like Mother's Day, where you would we couldn't, because we're working. It's just the way it is. And, that's the reality of working in the restaurant business. You seem to work holidays when people are off. So yeah,
you're serving the families while you're missing out on time and years. And then the funny thing is, I've seen memes about this year, okay, we finally have the holidays off, and we can't even spend it with family anyway because everything's locked down. What has the industry taught you that you didn't expect?
Boy, I don't know. And I looked over these questions too before we did this. I think in the industry as a whole, I didn't realize how drunk people could get. And my crazy stories of the antics that I have done and been through are not the worst that I have seen in other people. And I think in the pandemic, when everything started to begin, I didn't realize how dirty people really are around you. You know what I mean? how, I mean, I was the person that, like, if I was in the restroom and I saw a customer walking out of there without washing their hands, I would speak up and say something like, are you going to wash your hands? You know? And that was pre-pandemic. But then with the pandemic and everything, it's like, wow, how long have you not been washing your hands? Like your whole life? Or, you know, like, so that, I don't know, that's kind of surprised me with the pandemic in the service industry. But overall, I think it's just the stuff that I've kind of seen, you know?
Yeah.
It always surprises me.
Every time I'm surprised, I think this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then there's something else. I'm like, nope, I guess this is it.
Yep, exactly.
Craig, what is something the industry taught you that you didn't expect?
Well, for me personally, working in back of the house, like how wasteful people are, like when they come into restaurants. You know, you pay, you know, X amount of dollars for, you know, a big, you know, fancy meal. There's a lot of waste that goes on in restaurants and, you know, bars and things like this. But you know, as servers, I'm sure you know that, you know, the scavengers come out when somebody doesn't, you know, finish, you know, an expensive meal. But yeah, the waste, number one, was the most appalling for me. And yeah, I was just that kind of got to me towards the end of my being a chef, was just how wasteful people were.
Paul, how about you?
For sure, it was the entire world that runs in behind a restaurant and how social it is between other bars and restaurants, if your industry, and the respect and love that goes back and forth, and the fun and partying with other, but the drama, oh my goodness, the drama is just unbelievable. And it doesn't matter if you're at a small restaurant or a big chain or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's universal in the restaurant industry, and it's fun. And to see how other people react, and you know, it's just it's
side note,
fun.
We live at a ski resort, and there's about 9-10 bars, so everyone in the ski resort knows each other. So every Sunday night, the one bar has, every Sunday night, it's kind of the
industry night.
Yeah, the village staff night. And there's always one person that that night just has a few too many shots, partying a little, and something happens, and it's all over the village. It's so funny. We just love that.
Yeah, and that's when we kind of, it's just unbelievable how social it is. It really is like an underground world of really cool. I mean,
we have our own lingo,
you know, and like this, some of the coolest line chefs and dishwashers. I mean, dishwashers are cool guys. I'm telling you, like, you know, you gotta love them. Like, really,
for sure.
It's all a part of that whole industry, and it's cool. Yeah,
they're the backbone of the industry for sure. They don't get enough credit, you know. They're dealing with the worst of the worst sometimes, you know. How about you, Kelly?
I think the industry has taught me personally to be a hustler. I've been hustled, you know, for tabs and drinking some beers or extra guac or whatever. So it's taught me to almost, you know, like hustle myself and it's really taught me a lot.
Talent hustle the hustler. That's awesome.
I don't mean in that, you know.
No, it's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, just to hustle it, and the customers are gonna play you in any way they can. I actually had when I was working at it was a Kelsey's, and no one under 19 was allowed in the bar. This family had somehow snuck a baby. There was a round table in a corner. He had a baby in behind in the corner in one of those little seat things. I don't know, it was probably an hour before I noticed, and they didn't count it as a human being. And, I mean, anything that they can get away with. This is a packed après ski bar, like it's going off at 3:00 in the afternoon. You just will do anything to hustle you. The expired coupon, you know it all.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You got to be on top of it and hustle harder too.
Oh, for sure.
You hustle them back.
Yeah.
That is funny because when we first reopened in like June, we had, we could only have, I can't remember what the maximum capacity at a table was, like 6 or 4 or something. And people would come in and be like, okay, so I have whatever the number was. And like, okay, so are these kids yours? Yeah, but like they're not people. Well, in my world, they are. So I'm not sure where we're going to seat you, but it's okay. All right, Smitty, what was your biggest challenge during the shutdown, or what has been, since we're still shut down technically?
The isolation. It's so hard. Like I have tough weeks, and then I have good weeks, and then it's just mentally just kind of draining. And I try my best to, like today, it's like I'm going to start off this week with saying something positive each morning, so this way I can kind of go on a, like a, I don't know, on a better feeling for the week, versus like, oh man, I missed this, I missed that, and I can't see this person, I can't do this. And so it's just the isolation, the mentality of it all is just, it can be overwhelming at times, but
for sure.
Yeah, but my adult kids are living at home. They moved back home, and so that's been kind of nice, like as far as support and being a little bit social. So I'm grateful for that part, but yeah, the isolation is definitely like, yeah, it can be hard.
I can relate. How about you?
What's the question again?
What has been the biggest challenge for you during shutdown?
The biggest challenge is, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Biggest challenge, I guess, for me is, with all the shutdowns, it's like, even if I wanted to go anywhere, I can't. Like, I mean, it's just, it's isolation. It's prison. It's like, if I wanted to go to Canada, I can't go to Canada. You know what I mean? If I wanted to go to Mexico, I mean, I suppose I could, but then I run the risk of, 14-day quarantine coming back or this and that. If I wanted to go to Europe, I essentially could, but who knows the regulations or whatever going over there. I mean, that whole idea of this, being caught in your mind or under whatever the government or the state policies may be is, they tell you something, but it just freaks you out to the point where it's like, okay, they got to keep you here. And if you want to go somewhere, it just keeps you right back here. It keeps you in your head, I guess, is, the whole clusterfuck of an idea that you're, stuck, being stuck. It stinks. I don't like it.
How about you, Paul? Biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge? Yeah, it's exactly that, because we got called back from where, the trip of a life. We were in Vietnam.
Yeah.
South of Cambodia, living, loving life and working with our dev team, and we had to leave. It was just, everything just stopped, and our lives were, just stopped. And we've kind of been absolutely, since the day we've been back, we've been locked down, and it's like, Kelly's kind of fun to be with though, so it's not too bad, don't feel too bad for her. It's like, yeah, she keeps me challenged. It's a challenge. You live with her for this long in close quarters, you'll see.
How about you?
Twitch before the thing started, but
biggest challenge for you, Kelly?
I hate it when I'm on social media and I see all the, not that they're negative posts, but the sad, like, okay, we're closed, I'm out of work, and we're all about the positive. So
yeah,
we've always said, okay, no politics, no COVID, let's just keep the good vibes flowing. And I think we've been doing that, as risky as some of our posts are. But yeah, keeping it positive all the time and trying to just see the light at the end of the tunnel, and just, what I love is the community that we all have, not even just for us, but all over Facebook, all the groups, all the pages, supporting one another.
Yeah.
And that does keep it really positive for me.
When I hear you talking about positive, I'm like, I don't know why she's friends with me, because waiting on stupid, I'm so negative. But it's funny negative, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're funny at it though.
Michelle, I think
Humor.
a lot.
Have a sense of humor.
I know, I get it. I'm just kidding.
The funny thing is we try to keep it all positive, and although the posts seem negative, it's sarcasm and it's
Right, and that's the thing.
we put this post up about Kim Jong-un or the
Kim
leader.
Jong-un.
Yeah. And oh my God, like we just thought it was funny. We didn't think it was political at all. We just thought it was cool. And oh my God, the comments and we just got like our asses thrashed, and we just thought it was funny. It would make you wake up, laugh, and move on. You know what I mean? But so we're just trying to keep it fun. And I mean, no matter if we haven't worked in 8 months or however long, the stories in this industry are endless.
It's just
for sure.
Unbelievable. You just keep thinking to yourself, I thought I'd seen everything,
Like you said.
and I wish I'd never seen that. I can't unsee that now. That's it. Just make me go away. I can't unsee it. Like what?
That's the worst part for sure. The industry. I will say that. How do I unsee this? All right, next question, Smitty. What are you most looking forward to in 2021?
I don't know. I guess I'm hoping for more positive outlooks with this whole COVID thing. Like with the vaccines and all of that. Like, and just I'd like to see a little bit more of the positive stuff, and then and the continued part where like everybody's kind of contributing and giving, and like. Because I feel like that kind of stepped up a notch with the pandemic too, like there's a lot of more volunteering and
sure.
reaching and helping with others. And I really hope to see that even after, things start to get better through the years. I really still want to continue to see that going on, So
right.
I'm hopefully looking forward to that in 2021, more of the positive stuff.
Right. Awesome. How about you? What are you looking forward to?
What I'm looking forward to is trying to, obviously make our living environment, a better place for us, just because we're not in a great part of town. But yeah, trying to figure out how to better our, financial situation, our, living situation, always trying to better, yourself, your mind, body, and soul, every single year.
Yeah.
How about you, Paul?
2021, I'm just thinking, just supporting the people that work in the restaurant industry and people that support side hustles. If someone's got a side hustle, let's just support each other, because we're all going to get through it at some point. And when we do, we are going to be the veterans of the restaurant industry that will restart this industry. And that's the thing is, I hope they realize, because there's a whole generation now coming up that's missed this entire time to train and start in the restaurant industry. So just kind of realize our value and hope it's soon. Like that's the best we can hope for. So
for sure. How about you, Kelly? What are you most looking forward to in 2021?
Yeah, normality. Being able to just
go for a pint.
I miss going for an afternoon pint. We live in this little town. We can just walk over, walk home.
We actually have a distillery 3 doors up from our house. It's not, it's not like a real distillery. Like it's kind of
right now they're selling hand sanitizer, but yeah, just going for a pint, just sitting at the Pine and having a pint with a few friends. I just need that in my life.
Yeah.
Even the afternoon pints.
And back to you, Paul. I wish I could find the post, because I was trying to show him earlier talking about side hustles. So, the Texas has a huge snowstorm and they're not prepared for it. And someone was like, okay, I'm going to go snow shovel. And then someone had posted something further down in the comments like, okay, since Mardi Gras was canceled in New Orleans, I'm going to do a parade in front of your house. I'm going to show up late. I'm going to be hammered, knock on your door. I wish I could find it. I was like, this is someone that's doing the side hustle for sure.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, that's
real. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Smitty, how do you hope COVID changes the industry for the better?
Oh, just so that, I don't know, I hope that more people are like aware, like, and by aware, I mean like, well, we've all had that table that like blows their nose and leaves their dirty Kleenex on the table. I'm really hoping that kind of stuff changes so that more people are a little bit just more aware of like what they're leaving and, how the messes that they leave behind and, the responsible way that we have to clean up after customers and stuff like that. So I hope that, continues to be a good change,
For sure.
I don't know, maybe, I don't think that the moms and dads or grandparents that have their little babies that make all the mess all over the floor and the stickiness on the table and all that stuff. I don't think that's ever going to go away. There's always going to be that, that table, that family, but I'd just like to see people be a little bit more aware of like the messes that we leave behind, as a customer. So
for sure. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's too early to tell, like, for me, like how it might.
How do you hope it changes for the better though?
Yeah, I don't know, like how I hope it will change, because I mean, I think we're still kind of trying to figure out like how, to figure out how to get people. I feel like people right now just still want to get back into how things still were. And I don't know if I hope COVID has changed anything. I mean, I think you're still going to have the assholes. I still think you're going to have the super drunks. I still think you're going to have, the people who feel like, oh, this was their spot, before pre-COVID. So now they still own the spot. You're still going to have every single type of person coming into an establishment. So, I mean, I guess I do hope that things have changed and people have watched enough social media to understand that, servers, bartenders, and chefs alike, deserve a little more credit when walking into, an establishment. But I don't know. I guess I hope people are more respectable, to restaurants and bars, I guess. I don't know.
How about you, Paul?
I think hand in hand with what he just said is the wage has to come along with that. People are risking a lot to work in the service industry these days. And I mean, they should be treated as, dangerous work, and they should be compensated for it as well. I mean, right? The whole restaurant should be. And I mean, that's, it's easy to say that, but
right.
You want people who are working to be compensated for what they're doing. And I mean, that's the best we can hope for right now with the maybe wages, just being appreciated more for,
right.
Carrying on. Like, it's not an easy industry. It's one of the, we are more exposed than most industries. So, and be recognized for it. Yeah.
Right, for sure. How about you, Kelly? You kind of touched on it, but.
What I'm hoping that COVID changes is I hope that it slows things down. Like, I hope that when things get back to normal, people will realize like, okay, there's a lineup. I'm not going to be all antsy, or, I'm not always in a rush. I want to enjoy the time with my family, and just, it slows things. Read that coupon. It's expired. Okay, like, slow down. I'm not giving you a discount. Like, the people just, things just, everyone's angry right now. You go to the grocery store, everyone's miserable and angry and like cutting in front of you. And if you even give them a dirty look, they're angry and give you a dirty look back. Like, I want things to slow down and just be normal and just everybody chill the hell out. And it gets back to like, the way it was. Having fun, enjoying life, taking it.
Seriously, for sure. That would be the ideal situation. All right, last question, and then I'm going to give you guys some trivia questions that nobody knows the answers to. Well, maybe.
Oh, no.
All right. Smitty, what pizza topping best represents you?
Oh, I feel like we had this question as one of the interviews before. Did we?
Nope. Our question was, if you were a pizza delivery driver, how would you use scissors?
That's right. I remember. I would have to say a jalapeno.
Oh my gosh. What? A jalapeno?
I love it. There's no right or wrong answers. Okay, Craig, you go. Pizza topping.
A pizza topping.
That best represents you.
That best represents me. I would say like a soggy piece of like popcorn, because you don't know what it is when you put it in your mouth, but when it comes back out, I'm still there.
That's really disturbing. Paul, what pizza topping best represents you?
Oh, it's gotta be double pepperoni, just so it's extra greasy. You know, it's like it's swimming in grease. Like it's dripping. You know, you gotta fold it and pour the grease off first, and then that's definitely it.
Oh, that's awesome. Kelly, how about you? Pizza topping.
I'm gonna say extra sauce because I like it saucy. I like things saucy.
It's true. She orders it that way.
I do. Like,
Okay, trivia. There's no prizes, but we're going to see who can answer it first. I don't know how to do that. Just scream out answers, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Which kind of alcohol is Russia notoriously famous for?
Vodka.
Smitty got it. Okay. Which European nation was said to invent hot dogs?
Germany.
Ah!
Wow.
Which country is responsible for giving us pizza and pasta?
Italy.
Ah, you guys 1-1-1. Okay, perfect.
yay.
Which two countries share the longest international border?
India and
China.
Ah!
India and Canada.
Nope.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Yeah, I have.
China and
Oh, wait a
Russia.
minute. United States and Canada. What was I talking about? I thought you were talking about two separate.
No.
You were.
I was like, there's Canadians in America.
Yes, yeah.
Fucking dumb.
I thought about that one, but then I looked at China and went, it's big.
I'm
I was
so
like, there's-
stupid.
Americans and Canadians in this group, so I'm gonna do. When is Canada Day?
Ooh.
Oh,
Like, seriously, July 1st.
Yes. All right. Mexico's De los Muertos means what in English?
Day of the Dead.
No.
Come on, Smitty.
November 1st, right? November 1st.
Tequila?
What U.S. state drinks the most alcohol per person?
Minnesota, Wisconsin? Wisconsin?
Oh, what data?
Florida?
California?
No, New Mexico.
All wrong. Nevada.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Beer is the most popular alcoholic drink in the world. Water and which other non-alcoholic drink are the most widely consumed beverages?
Coffee?
But non-alcoholic. I'm out.
Oh, beer.
She said non-alcoholic. What?
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
They make that?
Was it coffee?
Nope.
Fanta.
Tea.
Wow.
Which country consumes the most beer in the world?
Germany.
Nope.
Austria.
Canadians.
The U.S.
I was actually surprised by this.
China. I have no idea.
Okay, what are the two main ingredients of a snake bite?
Sambuca.
It's
Jägermeister and
Nope.
no snake
cider.
blood.
Cider beer and
What did you say, Smitty?
Tequila and something.
Tequila and Fireball?
No, it's
No.
cider and lime.
I mean, we have a shot, so if
I
you're
don't
completely,
know.
yeah, I think that's where it's a different snake bite.
Tell us.
Smitty, don't worry. We'll come up with one that's.
it's cider and something. I haven't worked in a year.
You're in a lager.
No,
That's funny.
Oh, it's like
What
a
is it?
tiny jump up.
It's different though.
Oh,
Okay, what's the only edible food that never goes bad?
spam.
McDonald's French
Twinkie.
fries.
McDonald's, yeah. McDonald's.
Honey.
I thought Twinkies for sure.
Spam doesn't go bad, does it?
I don't know.
Right in a can, like
No.
All right, couple more questions, guys. What Smashing Pumpkins song was originally done by Fleetwood Mac? Landslide. What U.S. festival hosted over 350,000 music fans in 1969?
It was
What's up?
I'm still sitting here. What? I'm still thinking about three questions ago.
I didn't think about Canada Day because we have so many holidays in the summer. We have one like every month.
I was like, the Canadians might have different stuff than us, so I'm gonna ask.
Victoria Day, Canada. We have so many every month.
Boxing Day.
Today we have Family Day. It's a holiday in Canada today.
Nice.
Right after Valentine's, Family Day. It's just a day where kids get off school.
Well, it's canceled this year, so everyone's off anyway. So
nobody's doing anything for a year, so it's crazy.
Actually, Canada Day is Canada Week. It's like Family Day is Family Week.
That's
it's before March break. It's in February, and they usually get like a week off, eh?
No, I think it's depends.
It's not just one day. It's Family Week, and they can sort of take off any day they want throughout the week. So they usually take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they flock the skis.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
Toronto rushes to. Yeah, so it's like Family Week right now.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for participating. This has been so much fun.